What's good with the YouTube? You already know, Big Flocka with the convict's perspective. I'm gonna smash, dash, and slide on through. Whole lot of energy. Let's get it cracking, man. Please hit the like, subscribe, comment, do all the things you can to help support this channel. So, check this out, man. We got a little exclusive situation, man, and we're going to be discussing the Turlock Police Department and a potential scandal of why are they covering up a situation that just recently happened, man. And this is for the public needs to hear everything I'm about to say, okay? On December 12th of this year, 2022, there was a female named a mother, you know what I mean? A sister, you know, a daughter, Norma Solorio, right? Originally from Syria. She was hit in a hit and run, okay? Died on December 25th of this year, okay? Now, I'm going to go into some details that is kind of interesting about this case. If you go through Turlock hit and runs, there's always different cases out there, okay? They talk about it, they discuss it, and whatnot. They have not, you cannot find anything on anything in social media, anything in the newspaper clippings, nothing, not requesting to look at for a suspect or anything. This has red flags written all over it, okay? Number one. Number two, okay, her family have not been told anything, not a damn thing. Today was I think today or tomorrow is the first time they're going to have the viewing for her, okay? Now, I talked to some of the family and so forth, man, and they want this put out there. You know, apparently she was having extreme issues with her husband. They were separated, been separated for like 2 years. He's not a gangster. He's not connected. He's in no way that form of life. But there's some interesting things about him that, you know, it's kind of a wonder why the police department have not contacted the family. One, okay, she was set to go and testify in a domestic violence case against this individual next month. Okay. Two, they've been separated for 2 years, but he opened up a life insurance policy on her. Come on, guys. You know what I'm saying? Three, they've been separated. She wanted to go in for a divorce. And four, there was some kind of alleged embezzlement that she knew about that this guy had committed. Okay. Now, I don't know about you guys, man, but you know, there's certain things as a public, as regards to the lifestyle that we live or what we're about, that we can't support or condone. And that is when a mother, right? A woman who had a civilian who had nothing to do with any part of that lifestyle becomes a victim of a senseless crime. Okay. In any event, I'm not saying that this individual did it, but someone hit her and took off. She was involved in a hit and run in Turlock, California. No one has discussed this. No one has talked about this. She was ran over and left to die. Okay. And the family members have been inquiring. They've been requesting information. The police department have gave no information, none whatsoever, to help in this investigation, to give the family any insurance, to give them anything, okay? And that to me is red flags. Why was it not in the media, and why was the family not discussed about this, man? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's maybe this individual's boss, who's a very influential, powerful individual out there who has money all day. I don't know what it is, man, but there's something going on that makes no sense, man. And if you guys know anything about this, feel free to reach out, man. I'll get you in contact with who you need to get in contact with. Big Lou at What It Do with Lou. He dropped a post. I called this individual and talked to him about the whole situation. This is what they want put out there, man. You know, this same individual has had priors for other misacts as well. You know, this Norma had a brother, you know, that a lot of people know, okay? And he was locked up. And while he was locked up, this same individual actually punched his mother. You know what I'm saying? So there's always been some kind of issues with this dude. He's not a homeboy, never was a homeboy. He's not connected. He's not nothing like that. But there's some issues with this dude, man. And apparently it's raises a lot of red flags of why is this not being looked into? Why are the family not being got at? Why was it not in the news? She died on Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, as a person who likes to advocate for justice, right, when it comes to it, as far as towards innocent victims such as women and children, this needs to be found out what happened, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuses for any of this, man. You know, it's a cowardice act alone to commit any type of crime towards a woman, but let alone to fucking run him over. And I'm not saying that he is the person who did it, but man, the red flags that he potentially is out there. So someone knows something, man. You know? And they have not even addressed any of this. This happened at the Food Max off the 99. okay, in Turlock. So I'm pretty sure if anybody's heard about that, you guys could probably relate any type of details, man. And it's sad, man, that I'm reading through the Turlock and I'm looking for hidden runs, and there's all kinds of other hidden runs that have happened all this year being discussed. You know what I'm saying? Yet nothing's being put in the paper about this situation where she actually died, was in critical condition, didn't make it. Where do you see anything right in this situation? I see nothing but red flags. I think Turlock Police Department need to sit there and be transparent. They need to reach out to the family and tell them, like, look, this is what we have. This is why we took this approach, okay? But to not do anything, and this happened like almost a month ago. They have not contacted any family members. And how do I know this? I talked directly to the brother, man. Okay? Did not give any information to the family. And they're like, what the hell? Now they suspect it was the husband or current husband. I mean, if you look at it, an insurance policy, you just took one out. Life insurance, come on now. You guys were already separated for 2 years. Why did you need a life insurance policy? He was about to go to jail because he was about to go to court for domestic violence, right? So there's everything. If I was a detective, right, I would say this dude looks just like that would be my main suspect, period. I don't believe in coincidences when it comes to hit and run. Especially in a supermarket. They'd have to know the person's routine, and I don't think it's normal just for someone to go look for someone that they don't know and just to run them over at a supermarket. It makes no sense. Now, does that mean he was involved or did it? No, it doesn't mean he did it. It could be someone else. Was he involved? I don't know, but it looks like he was involved. And see, that's the whole thing that probably has to be considered. You know what I mean? And eventually, hopefully, man, with a crime like that, man, like I said, kids and women, it ain't acceptable, man. So if you guys can help out, go ahead and get at me on an email, get at my Gmail, whatever you guys want to do, my IG. And if you guys know anything, let me know. I think the family needs some closure on this, man. This isn't like a typical, crime that committed, amongst gangs or amongst those that are in the mix and all that. And this is where a woman's life was taken for whatever reason. And there's no excuse for that, man. We can't stand or support that type of behavior, man. And the family's kind of concerned with that. Bottom line, though, is this, regardless of that, right? Like I said, I don't know who did what, but the family is not being given any type of information from the Turlock Police Department. They released the body to the family without giving any information. They've given nothing, not a damn thing. And that does not make sense to me. And Turlock Police Department needs to be held accountable all the way up to the police chief and so forth, man. Because if we don't have a voice, if we don't allow people to give their voice and don't give a voice behind these issues, then they're going to keep on running through people just like they have been. You know what I'm saying? So make some calls. Call with their complaint. Hey, what's going on with this? The family need to know, okay? Make your complaints. Send your emails. Do whatever you got to do. Hit your councilman. Hit the mayor's office. Hit all that shit. Put pressure on them to start fucking doing their jobs. Because this family should not be going through this, especially during a holiday season. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst. With that said, it's your boy Flacco of Conference Perspective, man. This type of shit pisses me off, man. But you know what, man? I think with a little bit of pressure from the public, the community, we can get some answers. With that said, I'm gone.